there's this African proverb that says that you know a child who is going to do a good job in the farm when you begin to clear the road to the farm. With that, I say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is NTV. We are global and social commentators. Just look to what I've just posted there. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu cries out. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu cries out. Why is he crying? He said there is no money in the coffer. That Nigeria as a country has no money. In fact, what he was saying was that we are bankrupt. The account of the federal government of Nigeria is negative. It does not only mean that we have no money, we are owing. We are owing. Bola Ahmed Tinubu cries out. You see, there is this saying that what a young man will go to the top of the palm tree and would not see, an old man will sit down and he will see it vividly. That's how to do with age and experience. But sometimes education also comes in. What an educated, experienced man will sit down and see. You that is not educated, you that is not experienced, will climb on top of the mountain. You will not see it. So, what I'm invariably saying that it is not only age that is important with knowledge. Experience too is very important with knowledge. What is knowledge? Knowledge is knowing. Sometimes you have to be a visionary. You have to be a dreamer. You have to project into the unknown, knowing fully well that with the unknown, you walk towards the known. Remember when I was in school, there was a mathematical equations where you will be given the knowns, then they will ask you to find the unknowns. Just the same way, you can have the unknowns and begin from the unknowns to walk towards the known. It's a little bit complicated for you guys, but what we are invariably saying, Bola Ahmed Tinubu has cried out that he did not foresee that Nigeria was bankrupt. He did not know that the account of Nigeria is red. He did not know that nothing is in the coffer of the federal government of Nigeria. So what is he invariably saying? He has not stayed up to 100 days. He has just come out and tell us that the journey is going to be red. The journey is going to be difficult. Probably what I am thinking that he is saying, don't blame me if I cannot achieve my aims and objectives. Don't blame me if I cannot turn this country around. Don't blame me if things did not go as planned. Was that not the reason why we all were shouting for Peter Obi? Knowing fully well that Peter Obi is a man who took Anambra State that was indebted. When Peter Obi came, there was no House of Assembly. It was burned down. There was no State House. There was nothing. It started from the scratch. That was how he knew how he suffered. He knew how he suffered to raise the level, the standard of living of citizens of Anambra State. And that was why he left something so that the coming governor will have something to work with, knowing fully well that it is only him who can take a state from zero or from minus and turn it around within 4 years. He knew that the coming governor needs something to work with, and that was why he left money for the governor to come. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has cried out that Buhari did not leave anything. In fact, Nigeria is indebted. And now that you know, what should he have that done? What you thought was there was not there. And you have a man that saw how things will be. If I were an advisor to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I will ask him to arrange a meeting with Peter Obi. Arrange a meeting with Peter Obi. Go and see Peter Obi. I know fully well Peter Obi would not want to be part of your cabinet. Peter Obi would not want to be part of your government, because he knows fully well that your government is an extension of the constituencies, the constantly repeating of our bad leaders. But Peter Obi has said that he's desperate to see Nigeria works. Remember, he's not desperate to become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He's desperate to see our standard of living go up. He's desperate to see that the number of those unemployed are reduced drastically. He's desperate to see that market women can go home with enough money to cook for their children. He's desperate that students will be able to go to school with little or no fees. He's desperate that health care system works in Nigeria. He's desperate that transportation, the roads, the railway, aviation, all are working perfectly. He's desperate to see that our ports are effective and efficient. He's desperate that security is guaranteed. He's desperate that Nigeria has power. Peter Obi is not desperate to become the president of Nigeria. So if I were close to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I will arrange a meeting with Peter Obi. Please, I know you don't want to be part of my government. Please, this ship is sinking. Nigeria as a ship is sinking. And I know you would not be happy if this ship sank, and if this ship could not get to shore. Please, even if you don't want to work with me, can you please leave your door open so that we'll come and ask you what we should do? Because Peter Obi is the Messiah that I've preached that the best way to revive this country is that we have to be stingy. We have to be stingy, especially when it comes to public coffers, public money. He has said it over and over again. Bola Ahmed Tinubu says he wants to solve the bankruptcy of Nigeria, that our accounts are negative. Is budgeting 43 million for civil servants and those in the presidential lodge, presidency, those in Abuja, Aso Rock, budgeting lots of money for them. He has paid the judiciary millions and millions of dollars. He has paid the legislative millions and millions of dollars. And when it comes to performing as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, he's telling us there is no money in the coffers of the government, that Nigeria is bankrupt. Was this not what Peter Obi was shouting about? That this country is sick. That it has been the cumulative effect of bad government. It didn't start today. And there was a man who saw the tomorrow for Nigeria. He is no other than Peter Obi. He told us the future look bleak. The future is black. The future will be bad. You see, President Olusegun Obasanjo did, at least, people might say he wasn't the best man, fine, but in the issue of our debt, Obasanjo was able to clear our debt. 80% of our debts were clear. And the remaining, we were pardoned because the IMF, the World Bank have seen that we have made an extra effort to pay this debt off. We were pardoned. Good luck came in. And he accumulated about 20-something or 30 millions. No, billions. That good luck in his 6 years had. Then Buhari came in and he was spending money like reckless abandon. In fact, it was not only spending money, snakes were swallowing money. In fact, we all had that even money kept with the EFCC, money that was recuperated, gathered from those who have stolen, brought to EFCC, was re-embedded, restolen. And the Accountant General of EFCC then could not account for that. We had a country that was lavishing in poverty, yet we were able to send money to Afghanistan during the Buhari administration. We were able to send money to Niger Republic. We were able to begin spend money as we pleases. But we could not leave something for reserve. We also had that part of the Dangote refinery was money borrowed from the Central Bank of Nigeria. Those are the things that have wrecked this country. How will a government borrow a private citizen, a man to build a refinery when we have 4 that is lying fallow, that has not been touched, that need to be rebuilt? What is the logic behind it? So, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu said he met nothing in the coffer. The issue or the question is, he was a governor of Lagos State. He had so much resources to throw about, and that was why he successfully was able to govern Lagos State. Is it not proper that the situation Nigeria is now will be lacking to that situation that Anambra State were? And for that reason, it is proper that the only man that can take us out of this economic shit, the only man who can revive our economist, the only man who can bring back smiles in our mother's face, joy in the labor force, and peace of mind for the youth. Is it not clear that the only man is Peter Gregory Obi? And that is why in the TV we are advocating that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you have a hard job to do. And we think that it will be good if you do 2 things. Call a meeting with Peter Obi. Beg him to become part of the government. Because what you see now, he saw it 4 years ago when he started preaching that we must save. Nigeria must save for the rainy days. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, this is the rainy days. And your umbrella parties or your broom is not needed here. What we need is a great and experienced economist. And that's Peter Gregory Obi. They said the taste of the pounded yam is in the eating. Peter Obi have been tested and trusted and will believe that he can do the job. The same thing goes for Edo State. Well, Governor Godwin Obaseki definitely is going to leave nothing for the next governor to come. In fact, it will be the same as the federal government have said. Bankrupt. So the next governor of Edo State, I have searched around and I will tell you in my next video who has the capacity, who has been trusted and tested that can be the governor of Edo State. Let's not make the same mistake we made at the federal level. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is crying now. We don't want a situation where we make the same mistake in the States. Next week, next video, I will tell you who is that man that can pilot the effect of Edo State. But meanwhile, finally, we want to ask you if it's the first time you're coming across in the TV, if it's the first time you're coming across this face, if it's the first time you're coming across this channel, we'll ask you to please subscribe, like, and comment. And for our returning subscribers, we say, thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you, but God love you most. As it is the culture in this channel. We'll catch you when we make the next video. Until then, we'll say, chooks, ciao, adios, au revoir, hasta la vista, bye-bye.